Hello, my name is Itkan Amali bin Samsurijan, metric number S47248, and I represent as chairman for this meeting.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Amirul Aiman bin Rosnizam. I am as a secretary, come committee member 1. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Ahmad Tarmizi bin Cik Ahmad. My metric number is S48472 and I represent committee member number 2. Okay, thank you.
Hi, my name is Ridwan Shakir bin Rosli and my metric number is S48535 and I as committee member number 3.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Haikal bin Hassan. My metric number is S48568. I am represent as the committee member number 3.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and good evening to all committee members. So today I will be presenting as the chairman for this meeting. So this is our second meeting for Project Alpha. Alright, so I would like to go through the agenda for this meeting first. So first I will be greeting and do the opening. Next, short briefing. The third one is report on the 3 potential places for Project Alpha. And number 4, suggest for projects that can be done in the places. And number 5, any other business. So, okay, I would like to begin, I would like to go through the minutes of meeting, which was held on 27 July last week. Okay, so the Project Alpha. Okay, Project Alpha is aimed to the Gen Z and Gen Alpha, and the approximate cost of this meeting is RM 150 million. So
Sorry, Chairman. If I'm not mistaken,
okay.
The budget is the real budget is 250 million, right?
Okay, Mr. Secretary, you should take note of that.
Sorry for interrupt. Is it 250 million? Pardon?
Yes.
Yeah, 250 million.
Okay. So is it an addition or the correction for the last meeting?
No, it's the annual budget that was given.
So it's a correction.
Like the correction, okay. The correction.
Yes.
There is also the correction between the Gen X, Gen Y and Gen Alpha.
Yes.
Oh, okay. You said Gen Y.
Missing
Last
one
meeting,
Gen.
I didn't mention for Gen X. Okay, thank you.
So, going on, I would like to open the floor to any volunteer for the potential sites for our Project Alpha. Anyone, please?
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think I have opinion for the place. Okay, first of all, we have 3 places, right? But in my opinion, I suggest that Bukit Belacan Forest Reserve Selangor to be our place to do our Project Alpha. Okay.
Is it Bukit Belacan? Bukit Belacan.
Yes, Bukit Belacan.
Bukit Belacan Selangor.
Yes.
Okay.
First reason that I pick this place to do our Alpha project is nowadays new highway is open at that place. That means when other people can easily reach that place, even though they are from other country or other state.
Sorry interrupt, Tarmizi. Did you have slide or something to show us?
Yes. Sorry. I will share my slide. Okay, you all can see my slide?
Not yet.
Not yet.
No, Mr. Tamizi.
Not yet. Wait. Sorry. Okay. You can see this?
Yes.
Oh yes, yes.
Okay. First is because our sector is we focus to sector which is education and entertainment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why I choose this place because you can see there is so many ecosystem and that means we can suitable for our education sector. And second is it has own charm. This place is suitable for recreation area. That means other people more attract this place compared to other place.
Mm.
Yes. And a lot of habitats here so that for education we can explore about the habitat that stay in this place. And also, yes, correctly that we focus on Gen X, Y, and Alpha. But display also is suitable for all age. That's mean when student, younger people came, we can also attract their parent to also attend our project or about education or others.
Sorry to
Okay.
interrupt, Mr. Tamizi.
Yes.
Have you been to Bukit Belacan before?
Yes.
So in your opinion, the place does suits your characteristic lah.
Yes. I think this enough reason that I will choose compared to other place.
Alright, okay, that's good.
Second is this at the screen you can see the maps, right?
Yes.
Okay, Bukit Belacan is at the red place, and New Highway is which I also state that. And second is near Ampang New Town. That means there are a lot of facility there, and this only take about 15 minutes to reach the Bandar Baru.
Okay.
And
Alright, I
also
see.
the correct exactly the route from Bukit Belacan to Bandar Baru, if we will face any accident or anything else to reach let's say hospital or anything else, we will have 4.8 kilometer
Okay.
the distance from the Bukit Belacan to Bandar Baru. Okay. Do you want to hear me about the project also or to move to other place?
I think we move to the next site first, and then we can go back to the
Okay.
project.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Anyone?
Can I start my
Okay, sure.
post? Okay.
Alright.
So, as we know, the purpose of Project Alpha is to fulfill the educational and entertainment. Right.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So, I would like to choose empty warehouse at Pasir Gudang. May I share my screen?
Okay, go on.
Okay. Okay.
Hello, Mr. Ridwan, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. As we know, Pasir Gudang has many reservation as one of them is Wonderland Indoor Water Theme Park, Museum Layang-Layang Pasir Gudang, Buaya Tanjung Langsat. So, I plan to make another tourism attraction which I would like to propose to make all ages theme park which is offering career role play.
Oh, okay. Role play is like Kidzania, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I see.
So at there, people can educate themselves with career and entertain themselves as well. There's a lot of activities. We will provide with children version of bank, radio station. Then get to make school trips where students can learn their best when they are enjoying themselves to learn about life in the classroom.
So, any other thing to add?
In addition,
Okay.
we also can make a lot of profit in long term.
All right. Do you have the exact number for the profit estimated? What are you saying? About 1 million per year, or maybe less, maybe more?
It could be more than 1 million a year, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Alright. So, okay, if there is anything else from Mr. Ridwan, I would like to move forward to the next site. Is it Mr. Aikal?
Yes. Thank you, Chairman.
Okay.
So, let me share my screen first. You guys can see that?
Yes, we can see.
Yes.
Okay, let me start. Just like Encik Ridwan said, which is we are looking for Gen X, Gen Y, and Alpha generation. So which is focusing on education and entertainment. So I suggest the Bukit Kong in Terengganu. So actually here is the picture of the Bukit Kong. So let me give some short briefing about this location. Bukit Kong, which is located at Merang, Terengganu, not too far from UMT. It also known as a beautiful and peaceful landscape from local people, because they are always go to hiking, bicycling, something like that. And this location also the gazette from Kerajaan Negeri or state government to the entry for development and natural research park. So actually UMT has have a relationship and a lot of program have been done there. So
Actually, Jaikal, that means we will collaborate this project with UMT.
I'm not sure about that. We need to discuss more about this if it's suitable for us to collab with UMT. It should be nice. I cannot say it's yes or no.
Okay.
Okay.
So actually this area has around 600 hectare. And maybe if we consider to doing this project, we might be take around 2 hectares to proceed the project.
Okay.
That's all for me right now. Yeah.
Alright. So, Okay, so here is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have some question for each sites that you guys presented before. So I will start with Mr. Tamizi for the Bukit Belacan Forest Reserve. So I will start my question. Okay, so this Bukit Belacan Forest Reserve,
Yes.
if we were to build a big scale entertainment and educational place, do we need the approval from the local authority? And is that going to be easy to get?
Okay. Thank you, Cik Ikon. Okay. This, as we know, this is Bukit Belacan is forest reserve, right?
Yes.
That means we need to ask permission from government. And I think it's easy for us because this Project Alpha is for education and entertainment. That means government also will get so many profit from it. I think it's easy for me to get. And I think if project to get that land, the area is maybe 10 hectare. That means we can have a lot of project we can do there and also easily to manage any program here. Ada.
Anyone else who have question for Mr. Tamizi?
Okay, I would like to add. Okay, Mr. Tamizi, like you said that the land of the forest is reserved under the government. So, based on my knowledge, I know that when we deal some things with the government, it will take a long time to find the conclusions and the resolution between the project that we assign. So, how can you expect the time limit? And also, I would like to know, government, is it we share our profit with the government, or we rent, like we rent the land, or is it we buy directly from them? And also, another question is it the government will let us use that properties as we like, or is there any other precautions like the what we call in Malay khazanah negara, such as yes, Mr. Chairman.
Go on.
Okay, like the rivers, the trees, forests, the wildlife animals.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Encik Aiman. Okay. First of all, that you what you say is share profit, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Share profit.
Based on a lot of budget that we have, I mean 250 million, right? And also we already give to our to this, right, to spend our time at the place, to visit place. That means I also make a research and also contact some government to about this place and our project Alpha. And they said that if we don't buy that place, we will share the profit. That means we will, yes, they agree to share the profit. But I asked them, what if we buy that place? And they said that that place acquired expensive, right? You know that for residents, right?
Yes, that's right.
But I also explained to them, because this is for education and also entertainment. That means this will be one of our achievement of Malaysia, right? Because we will build some project. I think that if we buy, we don't share the profit with government.
Okay.
Thank you. If you say what your second question just now?
Okay.
About the environmental issue.
Yes. About the properties, government properties such as what I mean is like khazanah negara.
Properties. If we buy that place, that means that place will not be deforestation at all, because we will stay maintain our what we say forest, because now we see just a little bit forest that stay reserve, right? I think if we do a project, can I share screen?
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, this is my suggestion to our project, which is e-sport center. Okay. As we know that e-sport that we already know is electronic, right? Electronic sport. But now for education, I change it to environment. The reason why I change to environment, because this is to push all people about our about education, to get to give them knowledge. And sport, yeah, entertainment. First of all, if we see that place, we can see a lot of ecosystem there. That means we will not touch or do anything to that will have bad effect to the ecosystem. And also habitat there. And you say that the effect on water or tree, right? Okay. This environmental assessment impact that I do, first of all, deforestation. Before we start the project, deforestation is one of our first step, right? To build
Yes.
everything. Yes. This is my I think that what we call expected. This is 16% is show that 16% will be effect tree of the place will be affected by excavator, and 22% tree will be affected to bulldozer. But for construction, we will affect maybe 20% because of excavator and 20% of bulldozer. But here, if we show, we can see excavator and bulldozer. To reduce this effect about our environment, I think we can replace it with hydraulic. Wait. Hydraulic excavator, and the expected result to this tree environmental damage will be less than this 16. Maybe move to below the 10% to all of
Okay.
this.
But if we use hydraulic excavator, is it?
Yes.
Then how about the cost? Do we need to add on to the cost? Will it
About the cost,
be more expensive or still normal?
the cost, if we compare, if we use hydraulic excavator compared to the let me say normal excavator and bulldozer, amount of hydraulic excavator will be less compared to both of that equipment. That means
Okay.
the price may be just same or a little bit.
Okay, Tramizi, I'm sorry to interrupt. Just one more question. About the title, which is e-sport.
Yes.
So, is there any possibilities that the public will be misinterpret the title? They will talk that e-sport is an electronic sport, not
Yes.
an education or environmental. So, what if before the sport, we put ENV or either
Yes.
EDU sport? about
I agree with Mr. Amirul Aiman. So that
I think
the e-sport will not be mistaken on the game.
Yes. Thank you, Encik Aiman, for your opinion and suggestion. I will
Okay,
check
so
it.
which one do you prefer, EDU sports or ENV sport?
I think ENV is better because we will
Quite suitable.
environment. Yes.
Okay. ENV.
I hate to interrupt, but I have to move on. So next, Mr. Ridwan with the empty old warehouse in Pasir Gudang. Okay, so I have one question. So the warehouse which is at the Pasir Gudang, do we have to buy it or just rent? And how much is the cost monthly or yearly?
Actually, we need to buy it as we want to renovate and make a new building at the warehouse. So the cost will be around 10
20,000?
10 yeah
10
20,000?
million.
yes 15 to 20,000.
Okay. 15 to 20,000. Okay. Is there any questions, Mr. Chairman?
Okay. Wait. Okay. How about the actual what we say the actual productivity of this warehouse? Can we actually make something at this warehouse? Do you think it's possible?
Can you repeat the question?
I'm asking about the actual productivity. Do you think we can actually conduct a project here, or you think it's just a suggestion that the old warehouse can be used?
Yeah, I think we can fully do our project at this empty warehouse.
Okay. All right. I have no other issue with the warehouse for now. So I will go through the next site, which is Mr. Haikal. Okay.
Sorry, Mr. Chairman,
Okay.
I would like to add on. Okay.
Okay.
For empty warehouse, Ridwan, can I know the exact location? I mean, how far is it from the certain places around the Pasir Gudang, the warehouse?
The warehouse is located at the center and at the middle of Pasir Gudang, near is nearby the tourism attraction that I have listed before.
Oh, okay.
Sorry if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Ridwan, Pasir Gudang that we already know is industry area, right? That's me. I think, is it enough the empty warehouse to build something that can attract people about education and employment?
That's include my questions. Okay, I would like to add on the questions of Mr. Tamizi. I'm sorry. Okay, so how we attract the public, and also you mentioned before that we can make a long-term profit from these places, which is for empty warehouse at Pasir Gudang. So by that means of long-term profit, how we would like to compete with other industries, such as like you said, we have theme park and so on. So how we will compete with them in the long terms, and also how we would like to attract from other industries.
Okay. Firstly, maybe we can do some promotion or discount, and basically every year we will call some school to make school trip at our warehouse.
Okay.
Then we also can promote our warehouse by reserving our customer with doing their birthday parties.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, they will get special reservations.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for your
I have question, Ridwan. As we know that Pasir Gudang is not too far from Singapore, and based on this project, can we attract from people from Singapore to make our project more to give more benefit to our project?
Of course, we can attract people from Singapore since basically we already have this kind of project at KL, which is Kidzania. So for Singaporean people to go to KL is
Very far.
It's
kind
quite far
of,
from the Johor.
yeah, it's kind of pricey.
Okay.
So I think Pasir Gudang is quite cheaper lah than go there.
Okay. Alright.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so Mr. Haikal, okay. About your okay, I personally love Bukit Core Terengganu. And then but I am not sure about the UMT thing. I don't know whether UMT owns a part of it or UMT just collaborate with the local authority. So I would like you to clarify on that.
Okay, about that, I think it fully under MT, I think, because I already do some research. Because mostly all the area I already use for some student research, such as FYP, for planting plant or something like that lah. So
if we do our program, will we not disturb the FYP student doing the project?
For that question, I think we might take the positive side. We cannot say that is the disturb the program. Maybe our program will be benefit to that, because we only use 2 hectare from the 600 hectare that area. So
sorry for interrupt.
Yes.
Cik Aikan, is it the way route to reach Bukit Core is easy? We can reach by normal car or must do 4x4? Because when I see that place, because it's like hill, right?
yeah,
That
yes.
means the route is not suitable enough for other transport.
I think that will be a problem. There is not a proper road have been done there. It will be just like Charmizi say, will be 4x4 or powerful transport that will be go up to there, because it's a hilly area. So that should be one of our problem. So say about the activity will be done there.
Okay, we are quite running over time, so
Okay.
okay, it's okay. You
Can I
proceed.
share for a while the activity that will be done? So this is the activity in scope of education. We can find a new flora and fauna.
Sorry, Mr. Eka.
Yes.
Do you presenting sekarang? Do you presenting now?
Yes.
I can see
see your slide.
Yes, I can see your slide. I can't.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can see that? You can see?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Without wasting time. So, first we go to the education. For the education, we will searching for a new flora and fauna. I think in our daily subject of we study, is a new thing that we will learning. Next, we will use remote sensing. For example, like we as a environment student, we will apply this what we study before. So this is our outdoor classroom practical training. For the entertainment, we can use hiking, cycling, and replant plan. Just like Cik Darmizi said, it's a hilly area which is used for so it will avoid from landslide. So we will give idea to replant the plant. So
Hmm.
it's activity we can do from the Bukit Core.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
All right. Okay, so I have already asked my questions and concern about the sites that you all are presenting. So for now, I guess everyone have the idea on which is the best site for spending our 250 million. All right. So okay, now I would like to vote to the places that we will do our project lah. So let's start with Bukit Belacan. So how many are you voting for Bukit Belacan? Please raise up your hand. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, Amirul, are you raising your
Yes,
hand or
yes.
not? Okay,
Yes.
4.
I
So
cannot
we have
see.
4 people. So automatically, Bukit Belacan is the unanimous decision. Okay, so Encik Amirul Aiman, you should take note on the minute meeting that we have decided the site of our project, which is Bukit Belacan Forest Reserve.
Belacan,
So, Mr. Tamizi, for the next meeting, I would like you to I right now I am appointing you to be the director of the program. So you are handling the Bukit Belacan Forest Reserve project. Okay, and do you have any question or anyone? Any question?
Okay. For my opinion, honestly, I'm choosing either Bukit Core, Terengganu, or Bukit Belacan. I'm sorry, Mr. Ridwan, but I think that if you make it at Pasir Gudang using empty warehouse, for me it's quite hard and difficult. So I suggest that we would not take that risk. And for the hilly landscape at Bukit Core, it is too open, which is when it is too open, we need to precautions on the weather for anything, any program that we will run at there. So for me, that Bukit Belacan is more suitable, and there's the exact locations. But I would like to ask Mr. Tamizi, if we make this project Alpha in Bukit Belacan, Selangor, how do you think that this project will affect our company's names and attract more reach from the public?
Okay. How to, this program will affect our company, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay. First of all, if we build some like center, for example, EMV Sport Center,
Mm-hmm.
that means, but even though that's the name of our center, they still have our company name there. And anything that they ask, we'll need to contact our company first. That means, even though our project is on another name or anything else, our company name still be there.
Regarding our company, okay.
Yes.
Understand.
Right. So anyone else to add to Mr. Tamizi program before I decide the program for our site? Any other question?
I
Itu
have
so far, Mr. Chairman.
question.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Jagat.
In terms of water, we know that did you place hilly or the mountain place area or not?
Okay. As we know that exactly forest reserve, that means we have also hilly like also mountain, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. What
So
your
to
question?
consider the water catchment problem. You know that
No, we already made a research about water catchment and will not affect anything.
oh, okay. It will be nice to hear that.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
All right. So if there is no other objection, I would like to decide that Mr. Tamizi project. What is the name of the project again?
EMV for
ENV
yes,
Sport.
our project is Project Alpha, right? But it's EMV for
Okay.
EMV
So
for seven.
alright. So I would like to, if there is no other objection, I would like to proceed with Mr. Tamizi ENV Sport project. And
Okay.
so far we have decided two anonymous, unanimous decision. Alright. So for the last part is I am opening to any other businesses to discuss. Anyone?
I have question.
Okay.
May I know the other construction and the consultant that you pay for to doing this
Okay.
project?
What your question?
So
I
Should
should
we
be-
have the consultant and also the construction?
what kind of the company that will be
So far in my mind, it will be Teguh Holdings and also Marajati for our vehicle equipment.
the familiar
so
company that I heard.
So Mr. Amirul should present us with the contact number and contact person for the construction authorities. Okay, Mr. Amirul.
Yes.
So Mr. Amirul, you should give the contact person number to Mr. Tamizi because he is handling our project.
Okay. Yes. So far, only these two company that I have in my mind for now. So I will pass it, and if there any other company that I would like to add on, I will inform Mr. Tamizi.
Okay. Thank you, J. Aiman. And anything else, I will contact you first, right?
Yes. Yes. Please.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes. Continue.
Yes.
Termizi,
Yes.
as this project is for long term, so is there any risk? I mean, how can you be so sure that the place will not involve with landslide or anything else?
Okay. First of all, before I accept this place Bukit Belacan as my opinion, I already made research. Before this, I already said that new highway construction already do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I also asked them a little bit about landslide, anything else that will be affect our project. Also, I think there is not much effect, and also if there's anything effect, I will try to avoid it or mitigate it.
Yes. It's better to be prepared for in case we have that kind of situations.
I already made some of plan about the construction,
Mm-hmm.
so that maybe I can pass to our chairman before after this, or when if anything to add, I will add first to avoid any effect.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So I guess there is no other else thing to discuss. So I would like to thank you all for cooperation and attendance for today's meeting. Our next
sorry, Mr.
meeting
Jamin.
should be
Sorry, Mr. Jamin. Before we end, this is for any other business. I would like to invite all of you to our annual dinner in our department tomorrow by 9 p.m.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for your invitation.
Okay. So I think that's all for our meeting today. If there is anything, you can shoot with the secretary, and I'll see you in the next meeting.
So you confirm this minutes meeting, Mr. Jamin?
Yes, I propose to confirm this minute meeting.
Okay, I second the motion.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you guys.
So,
All right.